with more details. Yes, Rishabh.
Well, sorry, what we're given to understand that at the Ohio residence of the Vice President of the United States, J.D. Vance, gunshots were fired. And as of now, the Cincinnati police has taken into custody one suspect. Further details are yet to come in, very sketchy details right now coming in. But yes, we can confirm that there was gunshots that were fired at the Ohio residence of the Vice President of United States, and the police has taken one suspect into custody. What we're given to understand that these gunshots shattered the windows as the Secret Service responded to the gunfire.
What are you picking up about the individual who has been held? This, of course, is a massive security breach as well.
Definitely, this is a massive security breach, but we'll have to wait for further details to come in. As of now, not very much of clarity is coming in, but we'll have to wait and see how things unfold from here. Remember, this happens 2 days after U.S. abducted Maduro from Venezuela and has brought him to U.S.
Absolutely. Rishabh, what we're also given to understand is that the Secret Service officers are present at the spot at the moment, and the suspect has been taken into custody.
One suspect has been taken into custody is what we're given to understand. The Secret Service agents are already on spot. Further details are yet to come in. The motive, the identification of the suspect, everything will come in as the details are issued by the law enforcement authorities in Ohio.
Well, what can be said about the presence of J.D. Vance? Is it clear at the moment where J.D. Vance is at this time of the incident?
As of now, these details are yet to come in. So, as we are talking, there are very sketchy details. What you are, according to the earlier reports from the Cincinnati police and the Secret Service, they responded to the Vice President's residence at around 2:15 a.m. local after spotting a suspect running nearby. The windows were damaged, with some sources indicating a possible shooting or burglary attempt. As of now, things are yet to be cleared whether it was with a motive of burglary, was it, with a motive of just sending a message. So we'll have to wait and see how things unfold. As of now, details are still developing.
Right. So what we're looking at the moment, that one picture on the screen, Rishabh, I believe, captures the damage that was done to the windows of the home of the residence of J.D. Vance. We also have Srinjoy Chaudhary joining us on the broadcast. The officers of the Secret Service are on the spot at the moment. Srinjoy, what we're picking up is that one suspect has been taken into custody.
Yes, quite rightly too. First of all, whatever the ideological difference there is, there's actually no need to fire at someone's house, particularly the Vice President of the United States. So that's clearly one problem. The other problem, of course, is the easy availability of weapons in the United States. And this government, too, the current government, is actually supported by the gun lobby. Now, if that is so, then it's much easier to buy weapons, much easier to buy sophisticated weapons, much easier to buy ammunition. So as a result, this becomes a concern. And in the United States, it's always been a concern. For decades, easy availability of guns has led to more deaths per capita than more power, say 1,000 people, than most developed countries in the world.
Absolutely. Now, are we picking up anything in terms of where J.D. Vance was when the incident was reported?
J.D. Vance was not in Cincinnati. He was not at the residence, is what we hear. So as a result, he was probably safe. But nevertheless, the fact that people are shooting the windows down in his house is not a very good idea. And this is something that should be avoided at all times. So perhaps some amount of security outside all residences of the president and the vice president could well be a good idea in the first place.
All right, Chandra, stay on with us. I want to quickly go across to Rishabh as well. So at the moment, all we know is that gunfire was opened. Damage to the window can be clearly seen. There are officers present on ground. There's a video also playing out now, Rishabh, in which they're inspecting the area and the damage that was done, and one person is in custody. We don't know anything about the motive or the reason behind the firing.
Well, firstly, as per the last public schedule that I can find for J.D. Vance, what we are given to understand that J.D. Vance was in this residence over the weekend. Today, as we're talking, it's just the sunrise happening in Ohio, and as of now, it is not clear that whether he was there, J.D. Vance was there or not. But over the weekend, he was definitely in this residence, is what we are given to understand. So we'll have to wait and see how things unfold. As of now, the police say that they are gathering more evidence and trying to interrogate the suspect to figure out why exactly this happened, how exactly this happened.
Absolutely. The police and the Secret Service agents responded to the incident, and the cameras have captured the damage that was done to the residents. You can see the officers, the visuals that we are playing out, the officers on ground, on the spot, inspecting the area, taking pictures of the damage done. At the moment, one person has been taken into custody. One suspect is in custody, is all we're given to understand at the moment. But it is a major security lapse. Let's take this across to Srinjoy Chaudhary. He's with us on the broadcast. Yes, Srinjoy.
Yes, first of all, if it's the vice president's residence, how could any shooter, any gunman get as close as he did? So much so to shoot at the windows. That's really the first question that is asked. He's the vice president of the United States. He could well have been in the house. Other family members could well have been in the house. That's the first question. Secondly, now that you've arrested someone who is involved in the shooting, or at least is a suspect, it's important to interrogate him quickly, find out whether he's a mad lone wolf or whether this is some kind of conspiracy that's being hatched. Now, these are things that people have to find out quickly. So you would expect the Secret Service to quickly interrogate the suspect and find out who actually is responsible for the whole thing. In any case, it's a bad scare. You don't want your vice president's house to be attacked the way it was. That's really the first thing. He's the vice president of the United States. Whatever he feels, whatever he says, he is entitled to the security that he is and his president should get. So let's ensure that there is proper security for him. Let's ensure that such incidents don't happen in the near future or at all, because this is very worrying. If he's had a lucky escape today, it could well be different the next time. And we've seen what can happen. We saw that incident in Butler when President Trump, who was contesting for the elections, he was there in Pennsylvania when he was shot and hit in the ear. Do we want a repeat of? Certainly not.
Absolutely. At the moment, of course, the agency, the security officials must be going through every detail, whether someone was present inside the house or not, how close did this individual get to the residence of the vice president, how did he get access to the area, and most importantly, whether an individual or a group was targeting Vance or his family.
Yes, that is very correct. That is exactly what should be found out. Who is responsible? What was he after? And what was he hoping to get? Did he know where President Vance was, that a vice president was? That's very important. Now, if he actually knew where the vice president was at any time, then isn't that a concern as well? So there are lots of unanswered questions here. The important thing is to look for the facts. Now that a suspect has been arrested, now that the man has been picked up, the first thing, of course, is to investigate, to interrogate him, find out what much more than we know today. After the interrogation, we will have nearly all the answers. At this point, we don't have very many.
Absolutely. Perhaps we can also expect some sort of a statement to be released. Srinjoy, stay on with us. We also have Arasan Singh joining us in the broadcast. Arasan Singh, how are you looking at this?
No, I think it's too premature to come to any kind of assessment. But yes, there is a diaspora in Latin American diaspora. There are refugees as well. And mind you, some of these refugees, they have been used by the deep state of United States of America to carry out this attack, to compromise Maduro's personal security. So there are any number of, people from the Latin American and, from the Central American countries. And there would be some reaction. There is absolutely no doubt about it. The entire world is not very happy with the way things have happened. Things have occurred. There is sympathy for Maduro and his wife. You just can't go into another country and just pick up husband and wife, more than a president and his wife, and handcuff him and then tom-tom it. So things are, there is a constituency, or there is a segment, a global segment, which is against it, which that includes me also.
Right.
So that there would be some reactions like this.
Okay,
but
so
whether it is an organized one or an individual, display
most
of
important
anger,
question. And I guess we'll have to wait for some sort of a statement to be released later to get full details of what transpired. Thank you very much, Arasan Singh. We're also being told that J.D. Vance was not present in the Ohio residence. He was there over the weekend, but not at the time of attack. I'm thanking Rishabh and Srinjoy as well for getting us the details.